Greetings, residents of the City of Chelsea. My name is Roy of Avellaneda, and I am the candidate for Councillor at Large here in the City of Chelsea. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a lifelong resident here in the City of Chelsea. Grew up here, went to school locally, went off to college at Babson, and came back and worked here in the local area. Many years ago, I walked into this studio as a much younger, less nervous gentleman running for office for the first time, and was lucky enough to have Dookie Bradley here help me out, get me through my first speech. So this one is for him. Some of the many different roles that I've played here in the City of Chelsea, besides being a councillor at large in my present role, I used to be a district councillor for 7. I've been a member of the licensing board, been a member of the planning board too. I've also worked at the state level as a legislative aide in the state senate, legislative director at MassDOT, and also have owned my own brokerage company here that operates locally. As some of my accomplishments in the City of Chelsea most recently is I introduced the ban of NIPS here in the City of Chelsea, something that helped decrease the number of calls, public safety calls, and have cleaned up downtown Broadway. We have now, through advocacy, the Route 1 corridor will have a soundproof snow wall that will make it quieter for those residents living along there. There was an attempt by MassDOT to close down the 5th Street ramp, which I advocated against and helped rally the residents and my colleagues to stop that from happening. I also helped overturn what was going to be an illegal water rate discount that would have negatively impacted condo owners, made them pay a higher rate on their backs over to give a discount to others, which I thought was unfair and turned out was illegal. I successfully advocated for the senior bus program here in the City of Chelsea. We now have a shuttle bus that takes care of the seniors, provides a ride from the senior center to the different elderly housing projects and down to the Moolahs. Being a resident of Chelsea, living here all my life, there's a little bit of civic pride that I like to have, and that led me to help have the movement to now name our squares. If you go around the City of Chelsea and you see things like Bellingham Square or Chelsea Square, the big sign, Soldiers Home, that was something that I advocated for. And in addition to that, also started the flag planting in Chelsea Square for Memorial Day to help memorize those who gave the ultimate sacrifice for this country. Now, my name's on the ballot. I'm number 5 on the ballot. And I'm here to ask you for your vote again, because I still think that there's a lot more work to be done. And if you've been watching the council the last couple of years, are happy with the work that I've done, I'm asking for your vote on November 5th. Thank you.
Hello, Chelsea. First and foremost, I'd like to express my gratitude for your support of me since I chose to run for office 4 years ago. Serving this community has been an honor. We made history when we came into office in 2016 by having representative leadership in our City of Chelsea. We managed to make more history in allowing me to serve as your City Council President the past 2 years. I am the first woman to serve 2 consecutive terms as president in the history of Chelsea. We have proven that history doesn't need to dictate our future, but rather that there is power in our collective voice. As the only mother on the City Council and the only woman in the at-large race, I believe we need representation that understands and celebrates the many ways in which we connect. And as a lifelong resident of this diverse community, I do. Whether it's advocating for equity surrounding housing, investments in our youth, public transportation, our waterways, air, sound, or environmental justice, I have stood with you in building coalitions with state and federal entities and speaking out against big corporations and the fossil fuel industry. My work within and outside of the council have reflected intergenerational partnerships and dialogues that have allowed us to come to a common ground to find solutions. We won't always agree, but I have proven time and time again that I won't shy away from tough conversations as we cultivate our values together. As your city councilor, I have made decisions and spoken up loudly against any issue that attempts to overpower the lives of residents that have been marginalized. It is important that our council body have an awareness and commitment to equity that cares for every resident in our community. It is not enough to be a passive observer without the courage to push back against injustice. We need bold leadership that prioritizes Chelsea and is capable of advocating for our children, our local businesses, our neighbors, and the visitors that are discovering our beautiful community. As Chelsea continues to grow, now is the time for unity around the issues that attempt to push people out of being empowered, active participants in the planning of what this city can be. As your city councilor and someone who understands our lived experiences, I will continue to lead for you, for us, and for our vibrant city. I hope to count on your vote Tuesday, November 5th. Hola Chelsea. En primer lugar, me gustaría expresar mi gratitud por su apoyo desde que me postulé hace 4 años. Servir a esta comunidad ha sido un honor. Hicimos historia cuando asumimos el cargo en el 2016 al tener un liderazgo representativo en nuestra ciudad de Chelsea. Hemos hecho historia en servirle como su presidenta del Consejo Municipal los últimos 2 años. Soy la primera mujer en ser presidenta por 2 términos consecutivos en Chelsea. Hemos demostrado que la historia no necesita dictar nuestro futuro, sino que hay poder en nuestra voz colectiva. Como la única madre en el consejo y la única mujer corriendo a nivel de toda la ciudad, creo que necesitamos representación que comprenda y celebre las formas en que nos conectamos. Y como residente de toda la vida de esta comunidad diversa, yo lo hago. Yo he sido una voz para la equidad de viviendas, inversiones en nuestra juventud, transportación pública y justicia ambiental. He trabajado con coaliciones de agencias estatales y federales en contra de las grandes corporaciones y la industria de combustibles que no ponen el pueblo primero. Mi trabajo dentro y afuera del Consejo ha sido desarrollar relaciones con todos en la comunidad que nos permiten llegar a un terreno común para encontrar soluciones. No siempre estaremos de acuerdo, pero he demostrado una y otra vez que no me alejo de las conversaciones difíciles mientras cultivamos nuestros valores juntos. Como su concejal he tomado decisiones y he hablado en contra de cualquier problema que intente dominar las vidas de los residentes que han sido marginados. Es importante que nuestro consejo tenga una conciencia y un compromiso con el pueblo y que se preocupe por cada residente de nuestra comunidad. No es suficiente ser un observador pasivo sin estar dispuesto de luchar contra la injusticia. Necesitamos un liderazgo que sea capaz de abogar por nuestros hijos, nuestros negocios, nuestros vecinos y las personas que están descubriendo nuestra hermosa comunidad. Mientras Chelsea sigue creciendo, ahora es el momento de la unidad. Queremos participantes activos, empoderados en la planificación de lo que puede ser esta ciudad. Como su concejal y alguien que entiende nuestras experiencias, seré un líder para usted, para nosotros y nuestra vibrante ciudad. Espero contar con su voto el martes 5 de noviembre. Gracias.
Hi, I'm Councillor at Large Leo Robinson, 5-term president of the City Council. I'm here today to announce my re-election campaign with these words. I'm all in. I'm a lifelong resident of Chelsea, family man, homeowner, veteran of the Vietnam War, United States Army, and I have served 5 terms as president of the council. It has been my pleasure to represent you as Councillor at Large for the Chelsea City Council. This past term, much has been achieved, including earning a bond rating increase while balancing budgets that don't require a Proposition 2.5 override, which has generated tremendous economic development, promoting public safety, including staffing the police and fire departments at its highest level ever, with more coming, and seeing crime drop, and supporting our schools. I am committed to development as I help steer the Central Avenue project, a $121 million development, which is for all. I'm a firm believer that affordable housing is important to keep Chelsea together, and I sponsored the inclusionary housing zoning ordinance as well as work with the city manager and the planning and development on revitalizing Broadway and bringing it to the 21st century. I have seen Chelsea make mistakes in the past, but I am confident that our progress will persist as long as we all continue to work together. My priorities continue to be around public safety, education, neighborhood improvement, and balancing budgets. You need to know that I remain committed as a lifelong resident of the city and a long-term public official and community champion. I love this city and love working for its betterment. Its betterment includes your lives and those of your fellow neighbors. If re-elected, I promise to continue to show up at every meeting, having meaningful insight to contribute, be a voice of reason, but also demand solutions when warranted. Lead an open and honest government, and always remember that the privilege extended to me to serve means that I need to continue to concern myself about each and every resident of the city, including you. I ask for your support on November 5th, 2019, so I may continue to work on the issues that are important to all of us. In closing, I heard firsthand the need for, amongst other things, mixed and affordable housing, more business and housing ownership opportunities, job training, the creation for residents an enhanced civic and cultural environment to once again make Chelsea a destination. I'd like to thank you for considering my candidacy, and please go out to vote on Tuesday, November 5th, 2019. I'm the candidate for re-election to the Chelsea City Council, and I'm asking for one of your 3 votes, and thank you for this opportunity to represent you.
My name is Mark Rossi, and I'm running for Chelsea City Council at large. I live on Clark Avenue with my newly adopted 7-year-old son and our 2 dogs, Daisy and Bruno. When I moved to Chelsea in 2007, I felt like I had come home, and I could make a difference in this place. I joined the Affordable Housing Trust Fund Board, the Commission on Diversity and Empowerment, the Human Rights Commission, and the Licensing Commission, where I've served as the chairperson for the last 2 years. I work with local organizations like ROCA and Chelsea Collaborative. As an attorney, I've represented hundreds of my neighbors in legal matters involving the criminal justice system, immigration, and business. I want to work with each of you to make a difference in this place that we call home, so that we can make it better for all of us. I have always focused on bringing the city together, but the current City Council leadership is not taking us forward in a unified way. Like other parents, I want to raise my son in a city that is also a community where all of us, every person, is respected, heard, and represented, so that we can all succeed and prosper. Instead, what I've seen for the last 4 years is a city council that focuses on small town thinking and personal feuds and vendettas. A city council that is working against itself is not working for all of us. With better leadership and representation, we can take this place we call home and make it a better place to live for each and every person and each and every neighborhood. But we need a city council that can and will address the complex issues that face this city, not with small town, short-term thinking, but with creative, progressive solutions. On November 5th, your vote for me, number 3 on the ballot, will move our city forward together into a more prosperous and equitable future. We need a strategy. First, let's create a safer, healthier Chelsea. People complain to me that they don't feel safe walking at night in Chelsea. People see drug deals happening where they live. People are afraid. There are steps that we can take to drive crime out of our communities and create neighborhoods that are safe for our children and our seniors. Our public safety officials need our support. They are on the front line. And we need leadership in the City Council that prioritizes the need for safety of the entire city, not just certain neighborhoods. We can expand existing programs and harness the energy of our residents by coordinating with all of the local community watches and litter cleanup crews while building up groups in areas that need those services. We can increase the overall health of the city by providing a more meaningful support to our friends and neighbors at the Department of Public Works, for example, by creating and expanding programs that incentivize community members to participate in helping to maintain cleaner neighborhoods. We can also increase and improve walking spaces in the city and bike lanes throughout the city. We need a plan and not small town mentalities. Second, let's control the city's economic development. This is one of the biggest concerns I hear on the street. It is a fact that our city streets have become crowded, that we need more housing for people at all income levels, and that we need more economic development in the commercial sector to create a larger tax base. These three concepts are often at odds with the City Council, which refuses to seek out creative solutions. We must look at the projects happening in the city in a holistic way as opposed to the current, protracted, and archaic case-by-case method. The community needs to be involved in the visioning of our future and informed about projects as they move forward. We need to take control of Chelsea's economic development. We need a plan and not small town mentalities. Third, let's expand educational and youth programs. As the only candidate who is a single father, I have a vested interest in ensuring that young people in our city are given every opportunity possible, both inside and outside the classroom. We need to work to expand after-school programs and give our recreation department the resources required to run programming for our children. For example, there are some sports programs, but why not science or technology-focused programs? We must petition the state to stop playing games with school funding and ensure our schools are funded at levels similar to other cities. Until that happens, we need to ensure those gaps are covered and quality is not sacrificed for our children. Chelsea needs to expand educational and youth programs. These are three of my main points. As a lawyer, a single dad, and a leader in the city, I have the experience, drive, and demonstrated ability to be a unifying and progressive voice on the Chelsea City Council. I promise to be a true representative who listens to any resident with their concerns, opinions, and ideas. I will listen and I will work for you. You have 3 votes available to you on November 5th for Chelsea City Council at large, and I humbly ask you to cast one of those votes for me, Mark Rossi, 3rd position on the ballot. You can also visit us at www.voteforrossi.com, VOTE4ROSSI.com, or on Facebook with any concerns you have for Chelsea, or if you'd like to become involved in the campaign. Hola, me llamo Mark Rossi y lamento que no me dieron tiempo suficiente para introducirme en español y en inglés, pero tengo buenas noticias. Tenemos página web ubicada en www.b4rossi.com. Ahí tendremos la oración en versión español, mis ideas para la ciudad, y será una manera en la cual pueden ponerse en contacto conmigo directamente. También me pueden llamar a 617-834-1345. Estoy sinceramente interesado en escuchar y colaborar sobre las preocupaciones, prioridades e ideas de mis vecinos. Y en esta ciudad tan pequeña, todos somos vecinos. Y en el día 5 de noviembre, por favor, voten por mí. Tengo la 3ª posición en la balota, número 3. Estoy a su orden y por favor visiten a la página web o Facebook. Muchísimas gracias por su atención.
taking the time to listen. I'm running to be Prattville's next city councilor, and I really appreciate the opportunity to share a little bit about myself before the general election on November 5th. I've lived in Chelsea for 20 years, most of it in Prattville on Nichols Street with my wife Regina and my 2 children, Alana and Finn. I own and operate KSM Staffing, which is a hospitality staffing firm. I started working there in 1999 and worked my way up from bartender to manager to general manager and finally to owner in 2003. Over the years, my company's employed thousands of Chelsea residents. I'm a member of the Chelsea Planning Board, the Chelsea Chamber of Commerce, the Chelsea Community Preservation Commission, and I'm going to be the next president of the Chelsea Rotary Club. When I've talked to voters during this campaign, there have been many issues of concern for people: public safety, housing, taxes, traffic, and parking. As for public safety, I wholeheartedly support the Chelsea Police and would advocate for all the resources they need to properly do their job. I would also advocate for more patrols in Prattville. Sometimes we don't get all the resources that we need. One program that's related to public safety that's had a tremendous impact on our community is the Chelsea Hub. It's a program where city agencies, private sector entities, and nonprofits work together in order to identify and help at-risk people before the situations escalate into police matters. This proactive approach to problem solving has lowered the homeless rate in Chelsea, made tremendous impact on the addiction and mental health problems as well. And by bringing the private sector into cooperation with the city and the nonprofits, we're able to address these problems, especially the opioid crisis, more effectively. This is a good example of how city government should work. As a longtime member of the Planning Board, I'm well acquainted with Chelsea's housing situation. One of the most important things that I'll fight for is increased home ownership in Chelsea. Chelsea only has 20% home ownership. That's near the bottom of all cities and towns in the state of Massachusetts. Yet we're third in the Commonwealth in the amount of affordable housing, also at 20%. We need to bring our home ownership up in Chelsea by encouraging the mega landlords to convert some of their rentals into condos and put them up for sale. In order to be more successful, we need to stabilize our population. We need more people living in Chelsea who will actually put down roots. This will also help to stabilize our public school system and relieve the pressures of families always moving in and out constantly. It will also broaden the tax base. Another way of how I think city government should work and how it works better, an example of this is the Innis Apartments project. This is a joint public-private venture which will allow almost 100 Chelsea Housing Authority units to be demolished and completely rebuilt into beautiful, new, modern housing. Otherwise, Chelsea Housing Authority could never afford to redo any of it. Traffic and parking are also growing problems in our city, and I support the city investing in high-tech synchronized traffic lights, improved infrastructure, and a complete rehaul of our parking regulations. Too many people who do not live or work in Chelsea are parking in Chelsea. Anyone who lives near the hospital knows this all too well. People come, take up our parking all day, and then leave. And they're not even working in Chelsea. I promise to push a better parking deal for the citizens of Prattville and for the rest of Chelsea. I also support the idea of a large municipal parking complex which would ease the parking problem in the city. It's a large project and expensive, but with state and federal support and long-term planning, I believe we can accomplish it. In closing, I promise you this: no one will work harder or be more responsive to the residents of Prattville than I. If you elect me, I promise to be a leader on the city council. I'll work to build consensus, not argue. I will always be transparent, and I will hold others to that same standard. I believe the city should get the most bang for its buck and that taxes should remain as low as possible for property owners. And that the city manager works for the city council, not the other way around. My goal is a safer, more prosperous Chelsea for all of its citizens. And if you ever have any questions or just want to talk to me about other issues that I didn't mention today, please call me, 617-872-3174. Anything about the campaign or my candidacy, please reach out and talk to me. If you have a question, you've heard something about me that you don't understand or even you don't like, pick up the phone and call me, 617-872-3174. Thanks for listening, and I hope to earn your vote on November 5th for Prattville's next city councilor.
I want to thank Chelsea Cable for allowing me to introduce myself to the voters and announce my candidacy for City Council representing District 1, Wards 4-2 and 4-3. I appreciate this opportunity and intend to represent the residents of the district to the best of my ability. For those who don't know me, my name is Richard Pantano, a lifelong resident residing at 99 Exeter Street in Prattville with my wife Nancy in the same neighborhood I was raised. My grandparents preceded my parents one house away. My roots in District 1 go back many decades, and I have fond memories of growing up and attending Prattville School, followed by Carter, and finally Chelsea High School. The city of Chelsea means a lot to me. It has helped me to become the person I am today. I've been involved in city government for over 2 decades, and I'm currently chairman of the Economic Development Board. In its early days, the board faced a monumental task of developing a section of the city to suffer from substandard use. Chelsea at the time was facing a substantial budget deficit that would affect the quality of life for our residents. We were put to the task of bringing in projects that would revitalize the defined Everett Avenue Urban Renewal District, improve the living environment for bordering neighborhoods, and generate the needed tax revenues to restore and maintain city services. I feel the board succeeded in accomplishing what we set out to do, replacing abandoned warehouses, salvage yards, and vacant lots. We now have 3 bustling hotels, the Doubletree Hotel, the Marriott Resident Inn, and Hilton Homewood Suites. Our successful effort of developing the former Emerald Auto Salvage Yard into the FBI Northeast headquarters was a major accomplishment. In addition, residential units have been constructed, including one north, comprised of over 400 units, and the future development on the former Chelsea Clock site, comprised of 600+ units. We have residents from outside the city that now call Chelsea their home. What is important is that these new residents have recognized Chelsea for what it is, welcoming, friendly, with a strong community spirit, where people from all origins can live together and support one another in a vibrant community. These newcomers have spread the word outside of our city that was once frowned upon and is now one of the most desirable places to live. Because of the success Chelsea has witnessed, we now have added pressures that have made it somewhat more difficult to live in the city. We all experience some, if not all, of these problems, and for those who have lived here for any amount of time, recognize these issues are of major concern. Development is great, but we need to take a step back and reassess where we want the city to go. Examples of these concerns are gentrification. Development coupled with the strong economy has had its impact on rising property values. Demand for housing, either ownership or rental, have increased dramatically. This puts financial pressures on current residents that are experiencing rent or tax increases. We need to address this and how it's impacting our long-term residents. Existing housing. Our roller stock housing, owned by absentee landlords, needs to be constantly monitored to assure that the living conditions are maintained to levels that meet code. Our Inspectional Services Department is under tremendous pressure trying to assure the residents are safe and receive required services from the property owners. Congestion. I know we all have experience trying to get around the city in the early morning or mid-afternoon. We would all agree there is a problem. Unfortunately, this is one of the results of development, but we need to take a look at how traffic flow can be improved. Parking. Related to congestion is the parking problem that has migrated to every section of the city. It's difficult evenings to find parking, especially on the weekends. The resident parking program has helped, but enforcement at times is lacking. Walking neighborhoods. We all want to feel safe and be able to walk our neighborhood without fear of being a crime victim. In addition, having places to go, including restaurants, shops, retail stores within the vicinity, would be welcomed. Broadway, once a bustling mecca for people in and out of the city, needs attention. The Planning Department has done extensive study and is evaluating improvements for this area. Let's all get involved and see this come to fruition. Waterfront and green space. We all need recreation to relieve everyday pressures that we experience. What better than to having to go outside the city to be able to enjoy our own resources? The waterfront, either at Admiral's Hill or along Marginal Street, is an important asset. The walking path behind Home Depot is another. Finally, parks for our children to utilize for sports and just plain fun. We need to make sure that these assets are maintained properly and available for future use. Crime and safety. I left this for last because I feel we have an outstanding police and fire departments under the guidance and leadership of Chief Brian Keyes and Chief Leonard Albanese. The good fortune the city of Chelsea has experienced has also resulted in a potential increase of crime and safety issues. The police officers and firefighters have maintained a safe environment for all our residents, but we must be vigilant, proactive, and involved in the community. In conclusion, the city welcomed my father's family when they migrated to the United States decades ago and chose the city as their home, starting a new beginning. They were welcomed and prospered. What makes this city special is the fact it's always been welcoming. As I look forward, Chelsea has a bright future, but it will be up to our elected officials to keep the city on the right path. I would be honored to represent our district as we move forward. I am humbly asking the voters in District 1 for their support in the upcoming election. Thank you.
Hello voters, my name is Melinda Vega Maldonado and I'm running for City Council in District 2. I'm a lifelong resident of Chelsea. I'm a community activist, proud mother of 2 boys, Armani and Achilles, the wife of Chelsea Police Officer Jonathan Maldonado. My experience is focused on youth development, leadership development, environmental and climate justice, housing and immigration advocacy. I commit to listen to your needs and concerns, being accountable and representing you, advocate for the change Chelsea needs, such as equitable economic development, youth programs and opportunities, and social cohesion. My vision for change is to work with my community to build unity, positive change, and a stronger Chelsea for now and the future. Hola votantes, mi nombre es Melinda Vega Maldonado y estoy corriendo para el Consejo Municipal del Distrito 2, en la ciudad de Chelsea. Yo he vivido aquí en Chelsea mi vida entera. Soy activista de la comunidad, madre orgullosa de Armani y Achilles y la esposa de Jonathan Maldonado, lo cual es un oficial de policía aquí en la ciudad. Mi experiencia se enfoca en empoderar a los jóvenes, el desarrollo de liderazgo, la justicia ambiental y climática, y abogacía de vivienda y emigración. Yo me comprometo a escuchar a sus necesidades y inquietudes, ser responsable y representarte, abogar para el cambio que Chelsea necesita como el desarrollo económico equitativo, programas y oportunidades para jóvenes y cohesión social. Mi visión de cambio es trabajar con mi comunidad para construir unidad, cambio positivo y un Chelsea más fuerte ahora y para nuestro futuro. Election day is November 5th. Please vote for me for District 2 City Council. Día de elecciones es el 5 de noviembre. Por favor, vota por mí para el Consejo del Distrito 2. Muchas gracias. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Joseph Perlatonda. I'm the District 3 City Councilor here in Chelsea. And I just want to say that, we've come a long way in the past 10 years since I've been City Councilor. We've, worked on the parks. We've worked on the schools. We've worked on the trash. We've worked on the safety, which is most important here in Chelsea. I've got the police to walk a beat. I've had solar power barrels put out in front of City Hall and around the area to clean up the trash area. We've worked on new schools, but more and most, we need to keep Chelsea on track. Track being, we need more affordable housing for the low-income people here in Chelsea. We need more owner-occupied housing for people here in Chelsea. With owner-occupied housing in Chelsea, that'll help with the tax relief that more of us are paying more and more. We need to help out the seniors. We need to lower the water bill, lower the sewer charge. By doing that, I propose that we lower the sewer bill and the water bill by 30 to 20%, which is on the docket right now, which hopefully will happen next year. We need to keep up with the safety, have the police officers walking the beat. Nobody should be afraid to walk here in Chelsea. We've worked on the school system. We've given the school department more money to help the teachers for the kids that need us here in Chelsea to go on to a better life and stay in Chelsea. I mean, Chelsea is a great place to live. We need to keep it this way. We need to bring in development to help with taxes as well. Bring in some of these big companies like Google, Amazon, some of these biotech companies. This will help with more relief for Chelsea to keep us so we don't have to take the burden of the high taxes that we're paying here in Chelsea. So just remember, when you're voting in Chelsea on Tuesday, November 5th, just remember, it's not a popularity contest. It's the person you're going to vote for that's going to do the most for you. And I believe that Joseph Perlatonda is going to do more for you than anybody else in the city of Chelsea, because I believe in Chelsea. I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. I want to keep this my home like I have been. Thank you so much.
Hello, Chelsea residents. My name is Naomi Zabot, and I'm running for City Council in District 3 here in Chelsea. My family has been in Chelsea for generations. My grandmother, 70 years ago, served on the PTA, and my father is a member of the board at the Walnut Street Synagogue today. I'm also a homeowner and serve on the Board of Trustees at Spencer Lofts Condominium. Professionally, I educate people who are blind and visually impaired. For over 15 years, I have worked with children with special needs, as well as with veterans and adults who are experiencing vision loss. My desire to run for office is because I feel that the quality of life issues in my district are not being addressed. My neighbors and I feel that we need a representative that meets with us and listens to our concerns. And presently, we don't feel that we have that representation. I'm asking for your vote on November 5th so that I can be your voice to address these concerns about increased traffic in our district, as well as safety and cleanliness of our streets, and our increasing water and taxes as homeowners. I'd appreciate your vote, and I'll work hard for you. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Judith Garcia, and I am seeking re-election to represent you as your District 5 City Councilor. I have been honored to have been serving as your city councilor for the past 4 years. And it has been an incredible privilege to accomplish so much together. And I say together because I believe our government is always more vibrant when we work together to pass progressive legislation. And in the past 4 years, I've had the opportunity to meet a lot of you who have come being very outspoken and energized and creative with your ideas, and we've been able to bring so many changes to our community. Just to name a few from all the accomplishments in the last 4 years, we have been able to repave our streets and improve our infrastructure. We have been able to include and add more transit options for all of our residents. We have also invested more than $5 million for our downtown area. We've invested in our arts and culture, which we can see once we walk down the heart of our city. And we have also given opportunity to our youth to have a voice in our local government. We have passed progressive legislation thanks to your help. And as your city councilor in the future, if you decide to support me going forward, I want to continue doing the amazing work that we have already done and started. I firmly believe that our government has enough disruptors, and not only at the local level, but also at the national level. And I believe that what our government needs are builders, and I hope to continue building the city with you together. So on November 5th, on Tuesday, November 5th, I humbly ask for your support to vote for me, Judith Garcia, as your District 5 City Councilor. Hola a todos, mi nombre es Judith Garcia y estoy aquí para pedirles su apoyo en las siguientes elecciones este martes 5 de noviembre. Los últimos 4 años he tenido la grata oportunidad de servir como su concejal del Distrito 5, en el cual me siento tan honrada. Me siento honrada no solo por representarlos, pero también por haber podido trabajar con ustedes en los últimos 4 años en poder pasar legislación progresista y traer cambios hermosos en nuestra ciudad. Simplemente para resaltar algunos de nuestros logros, hemos repavimentado y mejorado la calidad de vida en nuestra comunidad. Le hemos dado una voz a nuestros jóvenes, creando una comisión para que ellos también sean parte de estos cambios. Hemos invertido $5 millones en nuestro downtown, el corazón de nuestra comunidad. Y también seguimos mejorando las opciones de tránsito para nuestros residentes. Para mí ha sido un gran honor trabajar con ustedes, junto a ustedes, estos últimos 4 años. Y realmente hemos visto un gobierno, no solo al nivel local, sino también al nivel nacional, en el cual tenemos muchas personas que les gusta gritar y realmente no ser esas personas que creamos un gobierno positivo y yo quiero seguir construyendo un gobierno positivo. Así que este martes les pido su apoyo, el martes 5 de noviembre, para que continuemos trabajando juntos, creando una mejor ciudad. Así que humildemente pido su apoyo este martes 5 de noviembre. Muchas gracias.
My name is Giovanni Recupero, and I'm running for District Councilor for District 6. I've been the Councilor for District 6 for the past 8 years. I've done many things to improve the quality of life for the people that live in District 6. I've made sure that the streets have been taken care of, that there's less crime, and there's quality of life is better. But yet, it's my pleasure to serve you and my honor to serve the people of my district, which is a great district, and all the people there are great people. What my intentions is to continue and serve you to the best of my ability and to make sure that our quality of life where we live is the same or better, not worse. I want us to live in a great environment, and that's my whole goal. For the years that I've been there, before I was there, my area hadn't done streets for 20 years, 10 years. It was run down. It didn't even have certain parts of it, didn't even have a sidewalk, didn't have lights. I helped, with the help of all my fellow councilors and the city manager, helped me make it better for us where we live. And it will be my honor to continue to make it better for all of us if is the will of the people for me to do so. And that's all my intention is, to run to be you, the people, because without you, there won't be me. Buenos días. Mi nombre es Giovanni Recupero. Yo era el councillor de Distrito 6. Por 7, 8 años yo representé a todos ustedes. Yo hice cosas para los otros porque por mucho tiempo no hacían cosas donde los otros vivimos. Nunca hicieron la calle, nunca ponían luces, estaba mucho malo por el barrio de los otros. Por este tiempo es mi orgullo representar a todos ustedes, porque sin ustedes no estoy yo. Yo estoy aquí para representar a ustedes con la ayuda de los councillors y del city manager. Yo puedo hacer las cosas que yo hice por todos ustedes. Yo quiero, con mi orgullo de representar a todos ustedes en hacer cosas más buenas para los otros, hacer la vida mejor donde nosotros vivimos. Gracias. En el tiempo de votar, no te olvides de mí, porque sin ustedes yo no existo también. Yo estoy aquí solo por ustedes para representar a todos, la gente de mi barrio. Gracias.
Hello, my name is Roberto Jimenez Rivera, and I'm running for Chelsea School Committee at large. My wife Sarah and I are new homeowners in the city, and we're looking forward to investing in our community in the long term. Over the past 7 years, I've worked in education and in college access, so I want to bring my experience to the Chelsea School Committee so that we can help all of our kids get the education that they deserve. After growing up and graduating from high school in Puerto Rico, I got a scholarship to the University of Michigan, where I was able to get a really good education. I studied business and informatics, and if it wasn't for that experience, I really wouldn't be where I am today. So I've decided to dedicate my life to providing college advice and college access to students so that they also can find the education that would help them succeed in life. I know that our students have what it takes to succeed in college, and so what I want to do is make sure that they know that they have what it takes. I want to make sure that they have the support that they need to succeed in high school, graduate, and then go on to college. Over the past year, I've actually been an advocate for improving the school funding formula at the state level because what we need in order for our students to be successful is additional funding going to our schools. Our teachers and our administrators in the Chelsea schools are working really hard day in and day out to make sure that our students are successful. But if we don't have enough resources and enough money to hire more teachers and to provide our students with the high quality courses that they need, then they're going to be at a disadvantage. If our students with special needs and our English language learners don't have the resources they need to get additional supports, they're going to be at a disadvantage as well, and they're going to fall behind. All of our students deserve better, and we need to fight for them so that they will get the resources that they need. In the past months, I've met with our state senator and with other legislators who are working to fix this problem at the state level. So I'm already doing the advocacy work that our community needs. And if I'm elected, I'm going to continue doing that for you and for our students. If you vote for me, I promise to work hard to make sure that all of our students feel supported in school. I promise to fight for the resources that we need in order to develop our students into the next generation of Chelsea leaders, which our community desperately needs. And I promise that if we work together, we're going to make this vision a reality. Sarah and I chose Chelsea because of the tight-knit and welcoming community that you have all created. We're hoping to have kids of our own soon, and we're hoping that we will send them also to the Chelsea schools. So this is a really important issue to me, not just as a community member, but also as a future parent. If you believe in supporting our students and fighting for what they deserve, vote for Roberto Jimenez Rivera on November 5th. If you would like to join our campaign and help us get the word out, please go to my website, RobertoJimenezRivera.com. I hope that I will hear from you soon, and I hope that I will see you out there. Thank you so much. Buenas. Mi nombre es Roberto Jimenez Rivera y soy candidato para el Comité Escolar de Chelsea. Mi esposa Sara y yo recientemente compramos nuestra casa aquí en la ciudad y estamos buscando envolvernos más en la comunidad para que podamos ayudar a nuestra comunidad y a nuestros estudiantes. Yo llevo 7 años trabajando en educación, ayudando a estudiantes que les interesa ir a la universidad a que puedan llegar a ese nivel, especialmente aquellos que no han pensado que tienen la habilidad para hacerlo. Así que yo estoy aquí para que nuestros chicos y chicas reciban la educación que se merecen. Después de graduarme de la escuela superior o high school en Puerto Rico, yo recibí una beca para estudiar en la Universidad de Michigan. Estuve allí como 6 o 7 años haciendo mi bachillerato y mi maestría. Y luego de eso he decidido dedicar mi carrera para ayudar a que más estudiantes tengan acceso a las oportunidades universitarias como yo la tuve. Si no fuera por esa oportunidad, yo no hubiera llegado a donde estoy hoy. Así que quiero que más estudiantes tengan ese tipo de oportunidad. Nuestros estudiantes tienen la destreza y la habilidad necesaria para poder salir bien adelante. Yo pienso que lo único que necesitamos es apoyarlos y darles a ellos la motivación que necesitan para que ellos también crean que pueden hacerlo. Durante este último año, yo he sido parte de la lucha al nivel estatal de tratar de cambiar la fórmula que determina cuánto dinero recibe Chelsea para el presupuesto de nuestras escuelas. Yo me he reunido con nuestro senador estatal y con otros legisladores que están buscando resolver este problema. Con su apoyo y con su voto, yo voy a seguir luchando por nuestros estudiantes para combatir todos los problemas a los que se va a enfrentar nuestro sistema escolar en los próximos años. Mi esposa Sara y yo decidimos mudarnos a Chelsea por la acogedora comunidad que ustedes han creado. Nosotros esperamos tener niños pronto y queremos que también estudien en las escuelas públicas de Chelsea. Así que este tema no es solamente importante para mí como miembro de nuestra comunidad, sino también como padre. Si usted me da su voto, yo me comprometo a trabajar con nuestros maestros y con nuestros administradores para asegurarnos que le estamos dando a nuestros estudiantes el apoyo necesario para que puedan salir adelante. Yo me comprometo a luchar por los recursos que nuestros estudiantes necesitan y que se merecen para que puedan recibir una educación de excelencia. Cualquier votante en la ciudad puede y debe votar en esta elección. Si usted cree que tenemos que luchar por nuestros estudiantes y apoyarlos en cada etapa de su vida, deme su voto. El 5 de noviembre, vote por Roberto Jimenez Rivera. También, si le interesa ayudar en nuestra campaña, puede ir a nuestra página web, robertojimenezrivera.com. Y ahí puede aprender más sobre nuestra campaña y si le interesa ser voluntario con nosotros y ayudarnos a hacer llamadas o a tocar puertas alrededor de la ciudad y hablar con sus vecinos sobre mi campaña, puede ir a la página web también. De nuevo es robertojimenezrivera.com. Muchas gracias y espero contar con su voto.
Hello, it's Rosemarie Carlisle from the Chelsea School Committee. I'm here again to ask you for your vote. I'm up for re-election to the Chelsea School Committee. I would really appreciate the people in District 1 to come out and vote for me on November 5th. I have been a member of the Chelsea School Committee, as you know, for many years. People ask me, why do I continue to run? I continue to run because I care about the students and the teachers and all the administrators in the Chelsea Public Schools. We have a lot of things going on in the Chelsea Public Schools, and I'm proud to say a lot of good things are going on. A lot of things I'm working on that we have to take care of, which is going on throughout the United States. The safety of the students and the teachers while they're in the schools in Chelsea. My parents were Rose and Ralph Randazzo. I lived in Sagamore Ave for many years. And I am proud to say that I'm happy that my parents made me grow up to know how important education was. I graduated from Chelsea High and went to the Chelsea Public Schools. The problems in the Chelsea Public Schools are minimum because we have a good people running the schools. We have a very active school committee members. We have a terrific superintendent, Mary Bork. As most of you know, Mary will be leaving us at the end of the season, but we have a new superintendent coming in, and thanks to Mary showing around town and showing how Chelsea progresses, I think she's going to fit very well in the Chelsea Public Schools. There's so many problems going on throughout the United States. One of the problems is bullying. Bullying has been going on for a long time, but they never called it bullying. But back in our days, if we had gotten into a fight with someone, the next day we were friends again. We never held it against each other. Today's bullying is a serious thing. We have it under control in Chelsea Public Schools because the teachers and the administration is watching out for your children. Now we have testing, the SATs and all the things that are brought in through the federal and the state government. Those things we can't change because the children have to be tested to make sure they're getting a good education. When I talk about things going on in the Chelsea Public Schools, technology is one of the things that is really going on good in Chelsea. We have all the technology that the children need to get through for the next 10 to 12 years once they get out of Chelsea Public Schools. I have been around for a long time, and I know where the problems are. I want to say I can still continue to do what's best for the children in the city of Chelsea to make sure when they leave Chelsea High School, they are proud to say they attended the Chelsea Public Schools. Many of our students have gone on to many colleges and secondary schools. I'm very proud of those students. The education is there. It's up to the parents to make sure when they come home to find out what's going on in their schools. The schools are open to the parents. You can go in and meet the administrators and teachers and make appointments with the teachers online. If anyone asks me, do I care about Chelsea? Yes, that's why I'm running for re-election in District 1, and that would be the Woodlawn and the Prattville area for those people who don't know where District 1 is. So I would appreciate it. I really would appreciate it if you would come out and give me one of your votes because, like I tell everybody, I care about your children. God bless America, and thank you very much to Chelsea Cable for letting me come into your homes today and tell you about myself.
Hi, my name is Kelly Garcia, and I'm running for school committee in District 7. I've served on the board for 4 years now, and with your help and your vote, I can continue doing what I love and improving our schools. Education is very, very important to me. I am a high school teacher. I've been a high school teacher for 5 years now. I have a master's degree from Boston University. And with your help, again, I can continue improving our schools. Please vote for Kelly Garcia on November 5th. Thank you.